student, welcome back to Arunavasir bio class. So today is a special class for ICSE class 7 batch. And our topic is the plant and animal tissue. We already covered the plant tissue in some details, right? In the first day we discussed about the meristematic tissue, and in the second day we discussed about the simple permanent tissue, and in the third day we already complete that is the complex permanent tissue. But today we start from the animal tissue. But at first all of the students like Shayun, Srindila, Shatanik, Aniket, Shorashish, Gaurav, Rastiv, Anubhav, Shohum, Sudipto, Dishari, Shomojit, Waindrila, অঙ্কন, দেবারুণ, সৌমদিত্য, সুতানু, সৃজিতা, সমৃদ্ধি, দেবলীনা, নিরুপমা, ঈশান, কৃষ্ণাশিস, আরশি, সৌরেশ, রশ্মি, প্রমিত, দেবার্ঘ, সপ্তর্ষি, সৌমজিৎ, and Kaushani, and our new friend Devapam are welcome, a very warm welcome to our this session where we are discuss the animal tissue, right? You are the animals, so you have the tissue. But what is the different type of tissue is present in our body and what is their function? That is we discuss in the first part to our this class. Right? Arushi, clear? You got it? Okay. So, what is ultimately largest body organ? Are you know? What is your largest body organ? Please write down in the live chat box. Devapam, please you write down in the live chat box. What is your answer? You know it? The largest body organ, what is it? Arushi, Shouresh, Promit, please write down the answer. The skin, right? The skin is the largest organ because it is covered the whole over your body, right? So, this is the skin. The human body has the many organs, and the organs that is ultimately comprising the different tissue, right? Show the cell are sum up and the tissue are formed, and the different tissues are formed the organs, and different organs are sum up and they doing the particular function. That time they are called the organ system. Like you know, the circulatory system is there, right? So you have the heart, it is the organ, but you have the blood also. But these organs, they have the specialized connective tissue. So it is the tissue. Now the human beings, so we have the different system like lymphatic system, like circulatory system, like the excretory system, like the different, like the nervous system, like the our skeletal system, our muscle system, our integumentary system, right? Our endocrine system, reproductive system. Right, so this is the different parts, different system, but the skin is the largest organ, which is covered all over the body. Skin make up nearly 16% of the total body weight of you, right? So skin, the human beings are covered all over the body. So we have the 4 type of tissue in the human beings, that is the epithelial tissue, nervous tissue, muscle tissue, and the connective tissue. One by one we discuss this type of tissue, but today we discuss only the connective tissue. But what is most important, that is the epithelial tissue. Epithelial means that is a covering. Where they are covered the external point of view and some internal structure like the blood vessels. They also be covered internally by the epithelial tissue. So epithelial tissue is a covering tissue. Am I right? Okay. So epithelial tissue forms the outer covering and the inner lining of the body organs and the cavity. So it is the most important. Now, if we discuss the structure, some details about the epithelial tissue, what is their classification, it is the most important. Epithelial tissue has a sheet and the tightly packed cells. You can observe that the cells are tightly packed. And epithelial tissue covers and lines every body organs and every cavity. This animal tissue is very important, not only in the class 7. This chapter also be there in the class 9 syllabus. Also this chapter is the class 11 syllabus. I just tell you the all of this information one by and step by step, so you are most ultimately confident about this topic. So epithelial tissue are the covers, so different type of cells are arranged together and form the different types of epithelial tissue, right? Okay, so epithelial tissue, if we are classified the epithelial tissue, that time we are classified according to the number of layer of cells and the shape of the topmost layer of the cells. In the topmost of layer, what type of cells is there, and we classify this thing. Number one, number of layers of cells. If only one layer of cells, you can observe that only a single layer of cells is there, that time it is called simple epithelium or the single layer epithelium, right? And the stratified epithelium, stratified or compound epithelium, right? Once again, so stratified or compound epithelium, that means they have the many layers, right? So many layers of the cells, so in that point the many layers are present on the basement membrane, so they are called stratified. This is the one type of classification. Another type of classification, what is the arrangement, what is the topmost layer of cells, what is their shape. Like the topmost layer of cells, if they are flattened in nature, that time they are called the squamous epithelium. If they are cube-like structure in the topmost layer of the cell, that time cuboidal epithelium. And the cells, if like the columnar type, column-like, that time it is called the columnar epithelium. Right? You got it? Very good. So this is the different types of classification of the epithelial tissue. Now we get some details about that, but some special type of epithelial tissue also there, like the ciliated epithelium. Sion, clear? You got it? Brass border epithelium, glandular epithelium. Why this is a different and modified epithelial tissue? Because they have the specialized function. Ciliated epitheliums, that means they have the cilia. And brass border epithelium, they have some microvilli. You can observe it. Where it is present in your body? It is present in the small intestine. And the glandular epithelium, this is the glands. So they secrete something. They secrete enzymes, they secrete hormones. So this is the modified form of the epithelial tissue, right? Okay. So this is the most important specialized epithelial tissue. Cilia is present, microvilli is present. Number one, the ciliated epithelium. Why it is called simple? To write down in the live chat, why it is called the simple? Because how many layers is there? This is the basement membrane. And how many layers is there? One, two, or many? Only a single layer of cells is there. So it is called simple. Why it is called ciliated? Devapam, why it is called ciliated? Arushi, Shoresh, Promit, why? Because they have the cilia. Why it is called the columnar? Because the cell, this is in the column shape. So this is the simple, ciliated, columnar epithelium. Very easy. So this is the characteristic features. If you understand this thing, so you write down very easily their characteristic features like single layer cells, tall pillar shaped cells, cilia are present, right? Next one, that if you have discussed some characteristic features of the epithelial tissue, that time you observe that the cells are arranged on the epithelial tissue in a basement membrane. This is the basement membrane or the basal surface. And this is the cells and this is the nucleus of the cell. This is the basement membrane. So in every epithelial tissue, the cells are arranged above the basement membrane. The cells are compactly arranged because they have the different type of junction present in the system. This is a very important question in your science science or in PAD exam. Right? So number one, gap junction. It is also called the communicating junction. It is present in the epithelial tissue which just connect the two cells. Communicating junction, very important. Tight junction, this is another type of impermeable junction. This is the tight junction that is also be present. In here, it is the adhering junction or cement cell together. The cells are compactly arranged by this different type of junction which is present on epithelial tissue. Clear? Now, the epithelial tissue is the avascular. That means the blood vessels is not directly attached with the this epithelial tissue. So, how the cells they get the oxygen? Because the oxygen is necessary in every cell. How they get the oxygen? Simple diffusion process by which the cells get the oxygen, they get the nutrient. That is the important process, diffusion. Because you easily observe that blood vessel is not directly attached with these cells, but cells get the oxygen by the simple diffusion process. Clear? You feel it? Very good. So epithelial tissue is richly supplied of the nerve tissue. So if you get the sensation, how you get the sensation? Because you have the nerve cells in your epithelial tissue. Next one, what is the function of the epithelial tissue? They have the most important function, that is the protection, secretion, absorptions. Because that in the small intestine, the microvilli containing epithelial tissue is there, they have the absorption is there. Ciliated, that means the transportation, exchange of material. That is the different function of the epithelial tissue. It is the most important question in your boards. Now we are going to give some details. Simple epithelial tissue. Why they are called simple? You already know that. They have a single layer of cells present above the basement membrane. You can observe this thing. Simple epithelial tissue may be simple squamous epithelium, may be simple cuboidal epithelium, may be simple columnar epithelium. But how they are different to each other? Number one, the simple squamous epithelium. In here, cells are flattened and centrally the nucleus are present. So they are called the simple squamous epithelium. But where it is present in your body? The location of simple squamous epithelium. It is present in the lining of your alveoli, that means in the lungs, lining of the blood vessels, in that internal membrane, the simple epithelium tissues is there. But now simple cuboidal epithelium, in here the cells are cube-like structure. So they are called the cuboidal. And why they are called simple? Because the single layer of cells. So they are called simple. Clear? It's very easy. Now, location of simple cuboidal epithelium. This is the most important location. Lining of the kidney tubules, salivary glands, lining of thyroids, lining of sweat glands. This cuboidal epithelium are present. Now, the columnar epithelium. Columnar epithelium, that means the cells are column-like. Why the simple? Because a single layer of cells. Very easy. Now, you can observe that the nucleus generally present in the bottom region. In that basement membrane, this columnar epithelium sometimes contain the microvilli. Very important. This is they ultimately increase the surface area. Simple ciliated epithelium, they are contain the cilia because they help some transportation mechanism. Right? So this is a special type of cuboidal epithelium. And where it is present in your body, you already know that it is ultimately present in the stomach lining and intestinal lining. On the other hand, simple ciliated epithelium, that means it is present in the trachea and in the fallopian tube of the female body. This is the location of the ciliated columnar epithelium. Now we discuss the stratified epithelium. That means they have many layers, right? Okay, so this is the basement membrane, and continuously new cells are just inputted in the stratified epithelium. This is present in our skin also. The skin have a multi-layered cells. Outer layer of cells continuously destroyed, and new cells are just inserted from the bottom in the point. Skin is a stratified epithelium, which is a multi-layered structure. Continuously new cells are added in that particular point. But the outer covering of the skin cell, this is the dead cells. Why? Because it is resist the bacterial infection. So the most important, stratified cuboidal epithelium, stratified columnar epithelium. What is the difference? Already we know that the topmost layer of cells, they have the multi-layer, but the topmost layer of cells is the cube-like, so it is called the cuboidal epithelium. Many layers, so they are stratified. In here, same point of view, many layers, so they are stratified. Topmost layer of cells, that is the columnar, column-like, so stratified columnar epithelium. Very easy. Now, location of stratified epithelium, lining of mouth, lining of tongue, lining of esophagus. After the class is completed, all of the students are requested that these you write down in the note. Right, you are give the heading, location of stratified epithelium, like in one point, lining of mouth, like this, lining of esophagus, like that, lining of vagina, and the lining of tongue. In that format, you note down this thing in your copy. That is the most important. After the class is finished, please you write down, right? And please all of the students write down the note. Clear? So this is the location of stratified epitheliums, and you know our body. Transition epithelium, this is a special type of epithelium. It is present in our urinary bladder. They have the capacity to contraction and relaxation, so they are called the transitional epithelium. That's all from the epithelial tissue. Every questions for your entrance exam, science Olympiad exam, your school exam, all questions are coming from that point. This is the most important class, not only for class 7. This is also important in the class 9, class 11, all of the students. Please, I request all of the students, please attend this class, because you can do it, right? So thank you very much all of the students. Devapam, clear? You understand this thing? Any doubts? So write down in the comment section. Arushi and Soures, you are very good student. Promit also. So I proud of you, because you are all attend the every class. Thank you very much all of the student. Bye. Take care. Ishan, you are also very good student. But Sayan, Sindila, Shatanik, Onikesh, Sourashish, Gaurav, Rastif, Anubhav, Shoham, Sudipto, Dishari, Shomriddhi, Shomojit, Wendrila, Ankon, Devarun, Shomodipto, Shutanu, Srijita, Devulina, Nirupam, Krishnashish, Arushi, Shouresh, Nirupam, Ishan, Roshmi, Promit, Debarko, Saptorshi, Shomojit, Kaushani, and Devupam. Also thank you very much to attend this class in live, or other student which one is seeing this class in the later on. So thank you in advance. Thank you very much, and wish you best of luck.